Honey, it is early. What I eat in a day, MOUNJARO 50-pound weight loss. I am completely obsessed with LMNT electrolytes. I've bought so many of their different flavors because I love them so much. But special thank you to LMNT for sponsoring today's show for what I eat in a day. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm making my LMNT electrolytes because I'm going to Washington, D.C. later today and it's hot outside. And I want to make sure I am hydrated with my LMNT electrolytes, with my nugget ice as well. If you know, you know. It has potassium, sodium, elements so good. I ended up having a cup of coffee and then I started to pack because I had one of my LMNT electrolytes this morning to start off my day of what I'm eating was I was drinking an LMNT electrolyte and then I made a second set for later on after I'm at Washington, D.C. for my kids' field trip. It's going to be hot. It's going to be really hot. And I'm going to sweat a bunch. So I wanted to make sure I was replenishing with my electrolytes. LMNT has been very gracious and given us, the Countess of Shopping community, in the description link, a free sample pack with any purchase, even like the smallest purchase. So I will list that down below in the description link, but I'm obsessed with the raspberry salt. I had one packet and I usually have 1 to 2 packets of LMNT electrolytes per day. So we went to Washington, D.C. It's hot at this point. And I was at the Smithsonian with a whole bunch of first graders, including the Duke. It was so much fun, but I was getting pretty hungry at this point. This was MOUNJARO day 6 for me. There's the Hope Diamond. And during day 6 and day 7 for me on my MOUNJARO injection is half dose life, meaning I'm much hungrier on day 6 and day 7 of my injection. And so at this point, I'm hungry. I am ready to eat. I'm ready to leave the Smithsonian. But when we left, I did have in the bus an extra LMNT electrolyte to be able to drink. So I had another liter of water, which was great. Isn't that beautiful? By the way, that was all at the Smithsonian. So before I left to go to Washington, D.C., I had packed a second drink of the LMNT electrolytes for me. And they have a ton of different flavors. I just bought their new grapefruit that got released for the summer, which I'm really excited about. But I put them in my Stanley. I will link down below my Stanley and also the LMNT electrolyte link for you in the description, as is everything today I'm talking about on what I eat. I stand for Nugget Ice. I could be the leader of their fan club for Nugget Ice. I am completely obsessed. So you know your girl had to put in some Nugget Ice into her second pack of her LMNT electrolyte. Isn't it so good? Like literally, I'm obsessed with it. And I've started to make LMNT electrolyte Nugget Ice. We went to get sushi. I had miso soup. I just only had the broth of that. I ended up ordering the sushi. It was for the Duke and I incorrectly. I wanted the sushi that didn't have rice with it. What's it called? Tell me in the comments below. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, what is the one with just meat? I don't want the rice with it, but it was so good. Because I'm on day 6 and day 7 of my MOUNJARO injection, I ordered a ton, but looking back, I thought I ate a lot, but I really actually didn't eat very much of it. It was amazing. The Duke was playing his kazoo. We had a ton of fun in Washington, D.C. and ended up coming home. And then I started to make protein ice cream for backup. I was really tired actually at this point from trouncing around Washington, D.C., but I wanted to make some backup. I will link down below how you make protein ice cream. It is the easiest thing to do. I would recommend buying these extra ice cream containers, which I will also link down below too, in addition to my recipe. So I use Premier Protein or Fairlife. Any protein shakes will do. They are so good. 30 grams of protein, 40 grams of protein. That was for the Duke. He wanted some of the caramel ice cream, but it's protein ice cream. It's the most amazing, easy thing. You guys know I am the Sesame Street chef. If I can make this, you can totally make it for what you eat in a day. So the Duke wanted the caramel ice cream. I ended up having chocolate, but I only ate half that bowl. I got so full. I was so full at this point. Those are the extra ice cream containers, which I will link down below too. If you're making these, I highly recommend, and they have different lids, so you know which flavor, like the caramel is in the pink lid, the chocolate's in the green lid, like you know the different lids for different colors, for different flavors, and you just easily put it, make sure it's flat though, it's not tilted. You want to make sure it's flat to put into your Ninja Creamy, which I'll also make. My son wanted some hard-boiled eggs, and we didn't have any. I love hard-boiled eggs for my MOUNJARO injection and for my 50-pound weight loss because it's easy protein. You can literally cook them. By the way, this one I think it's on sale this week. I'll link it down in the description link below. My egg cooker, it makes cooking hard-boiled eggs so fast, and hard-boiled eggs last for 5 full days in your refrigerator. So the Duke wanted some more, so this took no time at all. I'm like, let me just make a bunch and I can make them for the week. I ended up getting my eggs at Costco. So we always have a ton of protein. Ignore my cracked egg that's in there. I don't know. I got that in the video. I'm like, man, that one was cracked. It was like leaking literally as I put it in there. You literally just push the button. You add water, you push the button. It's so simple. And then once you're done, put the eggs in an ice bath and then the shells will come off really easily. So I cook them perfectly. That's exactly how I like my hard-boiled eggs. Perfection. And any ones that don't look pretty on the outside, I ended up making an egg salad with them. So if they don't, if they look like if I peeled the shell wrong or the yolk's weird on the outside, I will put some in a airtight container because they smell like, hello, it smells. But I put them in an airtight container and I take all the excess liquid off of the white exterior part. I don't like when they're mushy feeling, but you can see some of them are broken. So then I ended up making an egg salad with this with my chopper. I'll put my vegetable chopper. I'll link that down below too. That vegetable chopper is awesome, but I'm using it obviously not for vegetables. I'm using it to make egg salad with. I'm chopping my eggs like perfectly into those perfect squares. They have a spiralizer and a ton of other inserts you can put in there, but that grid one is my favorite for the vegetable chopper. It makes it really easy to add. That's how I hide my vegetables from my kid, and also, if I'm telling the truth, for myself. If you chop them up really finely like that, no one can really tell if you like shove them into some protein and you add a little sauce on there. Like nobody knows that you added extra veggies to a dish. So I made a bunch of those. It was really easy to do. And then that thing's really easy to clean. You know, your girl only uses dishwasher safe. So it's really, really simple to clean those on the top rack. And I am completely obsessed with that vegetable chopper too. Like I use that almost every day. It's really, really simple. Now, we bought a meal delivery low carb system. It's called Home Chef. I will link it down below. They've given us a really nice promo code, which was so sweet. And so I made Home Chef dinner with meatballs on there with vegetables. So it's literally meatballs and veggies. It's the best. Of course, Mr. Freddie wanted to see exactly what mom was making. And I am the Swedish chef. So I love that they give you like individual packets of like, here, dump this into the mixture. Like it's so simple, particularly after a busy day of being in Washington, D.C. and hanging out with my kid. Y'all, I'm tired at this point. So I want an easy, quick dinner. And Mr. Freddie, of course, is right by my side as I'm adding these in. And then just cooking the meatballs around. You can see I was being the Swedish chef and spilt some of it. Of course, your girl had to sanitize because I'm a germphobe. Make sure no E. coli here, honey. And then I started to cook the vegetables. This is why I love this low carb home delivery system because it's literally vegetables. You can get other things if you don't want that, but we want vegetables and meat basically. And they're so simple to cook. They're so easy to do. The recipes taste so amazing. It's not crazy expensive. It's cheaper than going out to eat. If I bought these ingredients individually, could I save money? Yes. But would I have ever thought to put feta and like all of these really cool ingredients they had in there? I never would have thought to put them together to make it the way that they had. And even the marinara sauce, it was really good. Like it was really good, clean, easy, quick ingredients. Everybody ate this. And then we ended up having leftovers the next day. Ignore that I'm using a metal tongs on a pan that I'm not supposed to be using. I looked at the playback. I was like, I wasn't supposed to do that. I will link that low carb delivery system down below. Now, at this point, I also had my LMNT electrolytes. I had a little bit left from earlier. And so I finished off my LMNT electrolytes with dinner. I like having they have the citrus salt. I ended up having that at nighttime usually, and then the raspberry salt in the morning. So my top products for this week that I'm obsessed with. One, and I will link this down below, is my Ninja Creamy. If you are looking for a quick protein ice cream, like look how good that is. It's so simple to do. That's one of my must-haves for this week of things like to help you with your meal prep or help you with what to eat in a day. Protein ice cream. Literally, it's the easiest thing you can see. Number 2 is my loose skin tightening cream. I'm obsessed. It's not a miracle worker, but it definitely helps. Number 3 is my probiotics. They're actually on sale right now. Of course, prices are subject to change, but I'm obsessed with those probiotics. Y'all had recommended them to me, and I really like them quite a bit. Number 4 was I love my Nugget Ice Maker. I should run the fan club for Nugget Ice Makers. If you know, you know. They're delicious. It's like Sonic Ice. It's so good. And I've been making with my LMNT electrolyte nugget ice, which is even more amazing. It's delicious, by the way. Number 5 is these bamboo glass containers on Amazon right now. They're on sale, but of course prices are subject to change. I'm obsessed with them for the 4-pack. They do come with glass straws with them as well. And number 5 is my Dash sous vide egg maker. It's really quick for meal prep and it's really easy to do. Make sure you check out LMNT down below in the description and let me know what your favorite thing is to eat.